Hello YouTube, Pallab here, and today we have the brand new Gionee A1 Plus that was announced yesterday and it will be available from today. Now the Gionee A1 Plus is kind of the big brother of the very popular A1 that came out a few months ago. We already did an unboxing of this device and had a first look in a separate video. You can check that out if you want to see a proper unboxing process and setting up the device and kind of stuff. Here I'm gonna do the full review. So this one has a massive 6-inch screen, and the USP of this device is mainly this dual camera setup on the back, 13MP plus 5MP, also a very big battery, 4550 mAh battery. You also have 4GB RAM and 64GB ROM, and this guy is powered by a Helio P25 chipset. That's the dual MP camera setup. Also supports VoLTE, of course, VoLTE, however you pronounce it, some of the quick specs over there. So we're not going to spend too much time unboxing this device, but still I'll just show you what comes in the box. So first of all, there we have the black version. You also get the gold version of this device, and apart from this you also get some gift cards and then some warranty assurance cards, and then you have this warranty card, of course, and then the quick start guide. You have this SIM tray opener pin over there, a TPU back cover, transparent. This one is very premium, and then also the screen guard, and then you have the 2A wall charger. You have a good quality earphones out there, and then the micro USB cable in the box. So far so good. So first of all, it's a massive device with a 6-inch full HD screen, and it's very heavy at about 226 grams. It's also not the thinnest device in the market. 9.1 mm thin is what Gionee says. So definitely this device is not for everyone, but if you like a big screen, then you might like this device. And also it has an all metal body, very durable, and looks very premium. You see those antennas out there, nice matte finish on the back, all metal body, and this one won't attract that many fingerprint. In fact, even the front, despite of being a glossy surface, actually attracted less fingerprint than I feared. So yeah, 6-inch full HD screen in front. You have one of the USP of this device, a 20MP camera with flash. Below you have the shortcut keys, and then here you have the dual hybrid SIM card arrangement. I'm just gonna show you that. There you go. So you can either use a micro SIM and a nano SIM, or a micro SIM and an SD card combination. You cannot use two SIMs and then the SD card, but the SD card supports 256GB on top of the 64GB that we already have. On the back you have the dual camera setup, a 13MP sensor and a 5MP sensor. The 5MP sensor sits on the top. You can clearly see that's the smaller one, and that's the 13MP one. You have dual LED flash, the Gionee logo, your fingerprint built in here. Now this 5MP camera, you cannot use the second camera standalone. The 5MP camera more like act as a depth sensor. So overall a very premium looking device, but very heavy and very big, so it's definitely not for everyone. Next, let's get to the display. A 6-inch full HD display, and it's an AMOLED display. It's a perfect display, very good viewing angle there, and the UI is quite snappy. I overall love the display and the way it renders all the colors. I can actually show you my color card here, and it renders this very close color palettes nicely. They show the difference quite naturally, that these reds, this blue, and again the viewing angle is exquisite. So yeah, definitely a display is one of the high point of this device. Another high point is, yeah, of course it's we've come to expect that, but still this one's powered by the latest Android 7.0. Actually not the absolute latest, not Android 7.1.1, but still 7.0 Nougat is there, and on top of that it has Amigo OS 4, which is Gionee's own skin on top of the Android. And then some of the settings, you can see display and other stuff. You also can go to more settings, and there we can check out storage, and it also supports a USB OTG feature. By the way, it comes with 64 GB and it says 20 point something GB used. We have our own apps installed, you get more space than that. And then your memory usage over there. Overall, I've never faced any memory problem. In fact, the UI has been snappy for day-to-day moderate to heavy usage as well. The Helio P25 chipset, although not as powerful as some of the latest Snapdragon chipset, but still it gets the job done very easily. You would not feel any lag at all. Those are the UI elements and stuff. So let's quickly check out the camera. That's the dual camera setup. As I told you, you cannot use the second camera standalone, but you can have some of these shooting modes out there, lots of those, like card scanners and mood photos and smart scans and stuff. And apart from that, you also have some modes here, like, you know, face beauty, and then the video portrait mode here, where the second camera comes in, the depth sensor mainly. So the 5 MP depth sensor actually senses the distance between the subject and the background and kind of blurs it, and the degree of rendering that out of focus area is quite good and natural, and I've actually enjoyed using this camera in aperture mode. It does not look unnatural for most part. And then there's the front camera. I think this is the biggest strength of this device. I absolutely love this. I've used some of the other phones at this price range with 20 MP cameras, and this is definitely one of the best. I think this is the best one at this price point among the 20 MP front cameras. It's very detailed. I love the texture, does not lag at all, you can see. And also, even under a relatively low light, I do not feel the camera shakes a bit. Maybe that also maybe has to do with that weight of the phone. Because of the weight, it kind of gives that amount of stability, which actually almost kind of acts like an electronic stabilization. It does not have any stabilization, but still 95% of the time I got sharp enough pictures. That's a really good thing. So those are the one. Then one thing I do not like is that Gionee does not show, you know, different controls for front and back camera. So even here I can actually see all the shooting modes, and you would be led to believe that these are also available on the front camera. But actually, if you go to some of the settings, like, but let's say professional, and it automatically switches to back camera. So actually that mode is only available in back camera, but then the control are also shown in the front camera. I think that could have been better. And then you have some of those settings over there. The back camera record is full HD. Another of my grudges is that the front camera only records at a max of 720p. So you can actually go to the video. Yeah, there, video, front camera. In the settings, you can see the max of 720p, which is one of my grudges, because a lot of time I would like to use this for my vlogging camera, and 720p just does not cut it for me. So overall, the image and video quality is very good of this phone, and the images are very detailed and the colors are natural. They are slightly oversaturated, slightly sharpened, but then because this does not give you an option of shooting raw, you'll have to take those JPEG as they come out of the phone, and most of the time they come out very good and properly uploadable to social media sites. You can check out these photos, and even I often enjoyed using the portrait mode on this phone, because that's really nice, and particularly the front camera. That front camera is really great, and it clicks some great details, and while clicking still, it also has a wide enough field of view to be able to accommodate even a group of people. The videos are also sharp enough. Overall, one of the best camera combination of this device, and definitely one of the highlight points. Another highlight of this device is definitely the max audio. The audio sound output via speaker is brilliant to say the least, and most of the time you would not actually feel the need of if you have a smaller Bluetooth speaker, then probably even the standalone speakers of this phone might do better than those speakers. It's that good. The bass is at the right place, the treble is at the right place, they combine nicely, and it does not crackle even at highest volume. In fact, I am in the highest volume, but still the sound is loud enough. And if you're listening to, like, YouTube's and some of the other videos or movies on this phone, the speaker alone most of the time would be loud enough even at a crowded places. However, remember that this is not the speaker only. There is only one speaker. This is just for the symmetry. So there's only one speaker there, and it's a good thing that it's here, because most of the time you won't accidentally block the speakers, like let's say for example on the OnePlus 5, where the speakers are situated here, and I often block that one. You also have the equalizer with which you can adjust or customize the tone according to your taste. So yeah, again, even the music is actually again on one of the highlight points and one of the good points of this device. Let's check out the video. And the surround sound and 3D sound is also brilliant. That's what I'm gonna show you out here. You see what I mean? Excellent audio output. You see how loud it is?
I have received a message.
Absolutely love this. We did some benchmark testing on this device, and yeah, it did not score at the top, but above average in most of the cases. Now the 4550 mAh battery fares very well in our test and scores just under 10 hours screen on time, which means that you can actually use this device moderately and it can still last for at least 1.5 days easily. And if you, let's say, use this light to moderate, you just maybe check your social media or use the camera here and there, and not use much of gamings or GPS or some of the other CPU intensive apps, then it might even get you through 2 full days. We played some demanding games on this device, like the Modern Combat 5 or Godfire, and it could play all of those perfectly, no problem at all. So then guys, we're at the end of our full review. So some of the pros of this device is, first of all, the camera combination, both the rear and the front, but I like the front camera better. I enjoyed using the aperture mode on the rear camera as well. Number 2 is the audio output via the speaker. It's brilliant. Number 3, the battery life is very decent. And number 4, the overall movie viewing experience. The bigger screen actually helps you, read books or watch movies, play games. That part become very good. Some of the cons of this device, and I would not say them cons, but I would have wanted them differently, is first of all, the 6-inch screen is actually a dual-edged sword. Now, some of you might like it, some of you might hate it. And those who do not like won't be able to, adjust with the screen size and that huge 226-gram weight. That's one thing. Number 2 is that you cannot use the second sensor here standalone. I would have liked a combination of, maybe like the Huawei or the Honor phones, where you can use the second sensor as a black and white sensor, as a monochrome sensor. That give me an additional option. But still, the portrait mode is good enough here, but just know that you cannot use the second camera. Number 3 is the Amigo UI is pretty heavy on the stock Android. You do not get any stock Android experience there. So those people who are looking for stock Android experience, if you're coming from like something like a Nexus or a Motorola, for example, the experience would be hugely different. I would not say bad, but it depends on your taste. And then at last, the 27,000 price tag. Now 27,000 price tag I see as a pretty decent, because it's direct competitors. Some of those Oppo and Vivo phones are also offering the same price point. But let's say an Oppo F3s or F3 Plus or whatever, F3s, They give a dual camera setup on the front as well, so that's kind of slight advantage on that, and that's a really wide field of view. So yeah, that's one thing. I would say 27,000 is still good, but if I get it under 25,000, at about 25,000, which I think it will come down to in a couple of weeks, a month, then it would be a perfect buy at this price point. If you like this video, please hit the like button, ask anything related to this device, and we'll try to answer them all. And please subscribe to our channel right there. You should see the button now right there. Just hover your mouse button or your finger right there, and then you can subscribe to our channel and watch these videos. If you like this video and share this video, then subscribe to our channel. Thank you.